This is Ben from Testiv, and we're solving an SAT math problem. This is a very straightforward problem. Find the roots of the following equation. X squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0. Okay, when we're finding the roots of an equation, that means we are finding the numbers that we can plug in for x that will allow it to equal 0. Okay? So when we're factoring out a binomial like this, that's the same thing as finding the roots, basically. We factor it to find the roots. So when we have an x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0, we're going to factor it into two sets of parentheses. Each one is going to start with x because they multiply together to get x squared. And we're going to need two terms here. We're going to need a term right here and right here that add to equal the middle term, negative 5, the middle coefficient, and multiply to equal the last term, 6. Okay, so we know that 1 and 5 don't multiply to equal 6. We know that 0 and 6 don't multiply to equal 6. Actually, we know that negative 1 and 6 don't even multiply to equal 6. So it's going to have to be 2 and 3, right? It's going to have to be, because we're going to have to say 2 times 3 equals 6. But it's actually not 2 times 3. It's actually negative 2. And it's minus 2 and minus 3. The roots are 2 and 3 because what we do is we put in the opposite sign as the root itself, because what we're saying here really is that if we were to substitute in 2 for x, that's the root, 2 for x, then that would give us 2 minus 2 times x minus 3 equals 0. And this would necessarily all equal 0 because this term right here equals 0. And anything multiplied by 0 equals 0. In any case, that's a little more information than you needed. But basically, we know that we needed negative 2 and negative 3 to multiply together to equal 6 and to add together to equal negative 5. So that gives us roots of 2 and 3.